Yo, welcome to One of Those, the show that explores the art of sneaker culture. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so very much for joining me. Now, you already know what it is. I represent that OMF network and that OMF family, and you can too. There's nothing stopping you. All you got to do is go download that app. It's on iOS, it's on Android. The On My Feet app, the first app for sneakerheads, by sneakerheads. Download that thing, join that community, be part of the team. Got a great show lined up for you guys, but before we do that, you know what time it is. It's time for the heat check. Let's get to it. This week I'm rocking classics, instant classics in my opinion, because I'm rocking something that represents the DMV, and the DMV represents me. That's right, it's them Georgetown 3, Hoya Jones, DC stand up. DMV stand up. When you rocking these, you making a statement. It remind me of 1996. All right, remind me of AI running down the court throwing oops to Victor Page. Remember Victor Page? Anyway, man, I love these. That's the heat check. Let me know what you got on feet. So if you're into the culture, you know that the world of high fashion and the world of streetwear are beginning to clash and have begun to clash for some time now. So this week I wanted to have my good friend, the fashion citizen, on to talk about what it means for the sneaker culture and what does the future look like with high fashion being so intertwined in the sneaker world. Thank you for being here, man. We've been trying to get this one together for a little bit. We finally here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you, sir. Let's get right into it, man. You are, the name says it, fashion citizen. You know this game. There's a difference though, right? Explain to me the difference between style and fashion.
The difference is basically you, the person. Fashion is what we get from the runways, what we get from the magazines, celebrities, all of that. Style is how we interpret it. So, style is as unique as a fingerprint. Fashion is just what we get from the industry.
The worlds are starting to collide, right? We're looking at all the the collabs that are going on in the world of, and that's really what this show is about, talking about sneaker culture as an art and really focusing on the art of it, right? And the culture of it. When we start to look at what's going on in the culture and it's moved past, hey, basketball player or athlete A or B has a signature shoe. Now it's Off-White, Union, right. Certain brands. What do you think about that?
It's natural. The fashion industry, if nothing else, is going to make their money. Mm-hmm. And the urban market, aka Black people, let's just be honest, have driven sales for many, many, many brands. And the Black dollar is very, very highly prized and valued. So when the industry sees that this is a thing for us, and sneakers have always been a thing for Black people, always. And the industry sees that, and they also see that with Instagram and with the social media culture, it's more important to a lot of people now to show their wealth based on what they wear. So these designers and these companies are coming out with what they call luxury sneakers, which are essentially, to me, sneakers that are made from the same materials that we get from other brands. It's just from those houses. The difference that I've noticed personally is that with Nike and other brands, you get a shoe that's probably a little more comfortable because Nike's making shoes that are practical for basketball, for different other sports. With designers, it's more so about the look. It's going to look great, but the comfort is a toss-up.
Yeah, I agree, right? And the notion of hype beasts and hyped up brands and hyped up, collaborations. Yep. A lot of people look at that in the sneaker world and they get upset about it, right? Because again, and mind you, sneakers have always had hype around them, especially in our community. I think when you expand it to the broader fashion community, it does involve more people, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that there's and you may have already answered this, but do you think there's a negative side to, again, some of these fashion houses getting involved with Jordan brand, Adidas, and other staples in the sneaker community?
I think it's always a downside to things like that, because to me, the art of sneakers is something that's slowly starting to fade away. Like the actual design quality, that when you see a new release that like, oh my gosh, I need those. that feeling, to me at least, is starting to slowly dissipate. It's kind of like, okay, that's a cool shoe, but I don't really need it. And then depending on the price point, which is now elevating because, you know, people feel the need to pay a certain amount of money in order to say, like, I've arrived. So all of this is kind of catering to those hype beasts, super consumers. And I think that's the only downside of it. They're churning out anything and people will wear it because it's expensive, as opposed to somebody saying this aesthetically is a dope shoe, it's comfortable, it's great looking, you know, I can wear it with jeans and shorts, whatever. It's just like they'll dump anything out there and put a $700 price tag on it and people go nuts.
Yeah, that's a great point. And it goes back to what you said in the beginning. That's why I really wanted to ask you about the difference between fashion and style, right? Because style is personal, right? If you get caught up in, you know, I saw somebody on TikTok, she talked about the difference between drip, style, and fashion, right? And she described drip really is just sort of like hype beast. You wearing the, you know, you just go on and you dress like your favorite rapper and you just do it dripped up. Your style is a more natural thing. It's a more personal thing. It's the really, the way she was saying is like, that's the way you should go. I agree with that. And that fashion is like, you know, it's art, it's the runway, it's things like that. You know what I mean? And again, it's a beautiful thing. I very much support that, you know, but when we talk about style, I feel like that's what you're getting at. Like, you don't have to have on an off-white Jordan 5. You can have on a Jordan 5. And if you have style, you can make that work. And style, and tell me what you think about this. Style comes from confidence, correct?
Facts. Because like, to me, you can go to the thrift store and find a pair of Jordans and clean them real good and throw them on with like a great pair of jeans that you got, or like a outfit that you like, man, oh, this would go perfect with that. And people are looking at it like, man, I'm about to dig my old Jordans out, and man, I'm about to get my old Chucks out, because like the way you wearing it, man, it inspires me. And that's how, if designers and brands were more hip to that part of it, like, it's how people wear shoes that gets the real folks to spend money. Most of these, you know, these celebrities and stuff, they're just throwing on, most of them have a stylist. Let's just talk about that. Most of them have a stylist. So the stylist is picking out these fits, or not picking out, because I hate to reduce stylists to that, but stylists are curating your image based on a whole host of things, and they're, you know, putting these outfits together for you. So you wearing it, most times, some of those people don't even have real style. They're just styled. So you're trying to be like somebody who doesn't even have their own style. So it's like, it's anybody's guess. That's why that's so important, man. You know, that whole, if you look good, you feel good piece, I think that's interchangeable, because if you feel good, you look good as well. You know what I mean? Right. Like, when you, it goes together. And, you know, when we do a show like this, especially, you know, some of the stuff I've done in the past that hasn't been related to sneaker culture and, you know, fashion or anything like that, right? A lot of people that follow me over to this page is like, well, yo, you know, the superficial piece, they want to understand that. And that's why I really say, like, no, we talking about the art, because I do think, like, when you know, first of all, Black people have been fashionable since the get-go, right? That's very much a part of our culture, right? But it wasn't always focused on having the most expensive thing. It was doing more with less. That's why I'm glad you brought up the thrift, right? I had Damian Chu on the show last week. Dope Closet Thrift. Follow that man. He's super dope. I'm going to the Goodwill a little bit later on today, because again, you find all sorts of stuff in the, you know, the consignments and the thrifts is about making stuff work, man. I'm so happy you brought that up, man. I want to talk about you for a couple of minutes before we wrap things up, bro. Talk about the Fashion Citizen brand. What's going on with that? What's new? Well, I'm trying to branch out a little bit this year. I haven't really pushed any new designs. So what I'm looking at now is consolidating what I have, kind of pushing what works, pulling back on some things that I may want to, you know, kind of put away. I'm working on a new logo redesign. So once that is officially done, I'm going to officially retire the original logo and now use this new logo that I'm really excited about. It's coming up, and I want to do a little bit more with it. So I may do not so much cut and sew pieces, but I may do some like one-of-one type drops. So it's all based on this new logo. I'm trying to like push and do more with what I have. So I'm excited about the potential of it. I'm just kind of letting that stuff flow. I'm not trying to be the next Off-White. I'm just trying to do me. So I'm just going with that.
And you're doing you well, brother. I see you. You know, we rap every now and then, man. I'm super proud of you, man. I've seen your growth, man. So happy for you. Hope to have you back with the show because I think you can add a lot of insight to what we're doing over here. One of those, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Definitely. Glad to be here.
All right. Big shout outs to my boy, the Fashion Citizen. He is that dude, man. He knows it all. Follow him. Be on the lookout for the new logo. Be on the lookout for all that new merch, man. He's really, really dope. Thank you so much for joining the show. Remember to comment below and let me know what you're rocking on feet. I really, really love the conversations we have in the comment section, man. So let's keep that going. Follow me, MSR_Adam. That's MSR_Adam. Hit me up. Talk to me anytime. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, be great.